Radio.
Hello my friends, this is Solarstone and a very warm welcome to episode 158 of Pure Trance Radio. I'm Solarstone, your host for the next 60 minutes, and I've got a packed show for you today. Not only have I got new tracks from Orbital, the Forerunners, Connelly, Temple One, I've got a couple of cheeky IDs for you. We've also got a play of my brand new single, which is coming out on Friday. And also, I've got a couple of tracks from the brand new album Together We Rule the World by Mike Push. And coming up later, there's a competition for you to win a signed CD copy of that album. So keep it locked for the next 60 minutes. Kicking off the show with a progressive selection, as is customary. This is rather magnificent. It's a brand new single from the Forerunners on OneDotSixTwo. It's called Magnetic Quartz. And this is a very tasty remix from Hernan, Cattaneo and Tripswitch. See what you think of this. So kicking off the show there with the Hernan, Cattaneo and Tripswitch remix of Magnetic Quartz by the Forerunners. That one's forthcoming on OneDotSixTwo. Interesting that Hernan has done a remix of that track, because I believe that he was heavily supporting the Forerunners remix of The Promise from Basil O'Glue, which came out on Pure Progressive a few months ago. So very nice to see the Forerunners doing so well. Coming up next, this is something forthcoming on Pure Progressive from a new 2-track EP from Altek. This one's released on the 8th of October and it's called Confinement. this is Solarstone and you're listening to the Progressive Selection on Pure Trance Radio episode 158. You just heard Confinement from Altek, which is forthcoming on Pure Progressive on the 8th. Well, I don't know what you did at the weekend, but I was over in Helsinki checking out classical translations together with the Helsinki Philharmonic Orchestra. This is a project put together by DJ Orchidia and Petri Alanko, aka Lowland. You probably remember the Classical Translations album that came out on Armada quite a few years ago. Well, this is the latest incarnation of that project, and wow, it was absolutely incredible. 150 strong orchestra and choir, and they did the most beautiful versions of some of the most amazing trance classics you can imagine, including Seven Cities. You can imagine how much I enjoyed listening to that. I'm going to play you a couple of audio clips from that on the show next week. Now check this out on Laark recordings. This is Monotonic and Dave Davies with something called Over. Isn't that gorgeous? Love the vocal in that track. That's Over by Dave Davies and Mononoid. Monotique, actually, I think that is. I presume Dave Davies is the singer. That's on Laark recordings. Next up, something on Movement. This is Mononoid with a little something called Red October.
thing we usually play, but we like it anyway.
Well, now it's that part of the show where I play you something a little bit different, something that I'd not necessarily play in the clubs. Although having said that, I firmly intend to play a few tracks from this band's new album, because the album is absolutely mind-blowing. One of my favourite bands of all time, Orbital, released their new album, which is called Monsters Exist, a couple of weeks ago. I got a copy on vinyl, and this is one of my favourite tracks. This is called Buried Deep Within. So what do you think of that, guys? That's called Buried Deep Within by Orbital from their new album Monsters Exist. Coming up next, the first of two tracks from Push in this week's show. His brand new album Together We Rule the World has just been released. And coming up later in the show, there's going to be a competition for you to win a signed CD copy of that. In the meantime, this is called My Brightest Stars.
Hey guys, Mike Push here. Here is a small presentation of my brand new album Push, Together We Rule the World on Pure Trance.
what a lovely record. That's taken from the new Push album, Together We Rule the World, just being released on, I think it's Mostiko Records. That track's called My Brightest Stars. I think there's about 16 tracks on that album, and it's definitely worth checking out if you're a fan of the classic Push sound. Polished and refined for 2018. Keep it locked for that competition coming up later on in the show. In the meantime, something new from me.
We like it pure, 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 pure,
This is Pure Trance Radio, and that was my big tune for this week. It's the club mix of Motif, taken from my last album. That's going to be out on Friday on Pure Trance. Grab a copy of that if you like it. Now another play for last week's big tune. This is the brilliant All Comes Back to You from ReOrder.
The sun, the song I used to sing. You were the ocean running through my veins. Did we get too high? Rockets in the sky. Those days are gone, but sometimes I try. I still feel the lights of summer when we were running through the streets. I can see the world as it was when you were with me. Yeah, and it takes me to the places I'd forget now if I could. I can't help that in everything I do. It all comes back to you.
I gathered from the social media feed last week that the opinions are definitely split on that one. I think the people who tune into the show for the progressive selection are not a huge fan of that, but everybody else thinks it's absolutely brilliant. I am definitely in the latter category. That's All Comes Back to You, the club mix from ReOrder, taken from his forthcoming brand new album. That single's available now on Black Hole. Now I've got something for you from a rising talent in the scene, the one and only Craig Connelly. This is his new single on Subculture, and it's called The Creator. You're listening to Pure Trance Radio. In the background, The Creator from Craig Connelly. That one is out on Friday, I think, on Subculture.
Pure Trance Radio.
We've got some birthday greetings coming up for you now. Members of the Pure Trance fan club. Congratulations to Jordan Bayer, turned 30 on the 1st of July. Peter Christopher turned 50 on the 28th of July. Congratulations, mate. Judith Rubrooks turned 31 on the 14th. Congratulations, Judith. John Gunnison turned 28 on the 15th of August. Alexander Bosa, happy birthday to you. Turned 39 on the 5th of September. Kim Magnuson turned 34 on the 18th of September. Congratulations, Kim. And Calvin Baker, congratulations, turned 39 on the 18th of September. Plus a shout out to Brad and Keelan, two of our biggest fans from Santiago. They got married a few weeks ago. Christina Sky was their DJ. That must have been a blast. Congratulations, guys. Hope to see you at Pure Trance ADE on the 20th. Now check out this slab of uplifting trance from Temple One. This is wonderful, and it's called Cherished. Wow, isn't that a wonderful record? Temple 1, Cherished. That's on Digital Society. That's out now, guys. Go and get a copy of that if you want to support the scene. Talking of supporting the scene, 20th of October, my birthday, I'm doing Pure Trance at ADE. The tickets are selling very, very quickly, so I strongly advise if you want to be there, get a copy of one of those tickets soon. Next up, it's the second of those 2 tracks from Push, from his album Together We Rule the World. This is called Trance-Porter. Competition coming up now.
Hey guys, if you want to win a copy of my brand new album here on Pure Trance, you have to answer the following question. Name 5 aliases I've been using the past 15 to 20 years. Name 5 aliases I've been using in my career so far. And you have to exclude Mike Push, and Push. So I'm sure Rich is happy you will bomb him with emails to win your copy of Push Together We Rule the World here on Pure Trance. Good luck.
What a wonderful record. Taken from his new album, Together We Rule the World. Together We Rule the World, even. That's Push. And there was a competition just for that track. If you think you know the answer, send your answer to info@puretrance.com. That is info@puretrance.com. Coming up next, it's a cheeky little ID. Pure Trance Radio, and that was a cheeky bootleg. Not going to tell you who that was by. Maybe I will in a few weeks. Next up, something to put hairs on your chest. Sorry about that, ladies. It's this week's Oh Yeah moment.
Oh
yeah. This week's Oh Yeah moment comes courtesy of Eddie Bitar and Indecent Noise. This is called Echoes, and it's on the Alteza label. Well, that was rather insane. Echoes from Indecent Noise and Eddie Bitar. That's on Alteza. And that's almost all I've got time for in this week's show. If you want to enter the mic push competition, just rewind the show. All the details are there. Now I'm going to wind things down with this week's chill out moment.
Solarstone's chill out moment.
And this week's chill out moment is another cut from the new Silk Music compilation. This is by Alay and Sign Rider, and it's called Opening the Last Chakra. Absolutely gorgeous. Opening the Last Chakra from Alay and Side Rider. That's on Silk Music. That was my chill out moment this week. See you next week, guys. Take care.
Pure Trance Radio with Solarstone.